My name is Masha and I'm 16 years old. I live in a small town in Russia. My father doesn't make a lot of money and my family isn't very wealthy. There are a lot of things we can't afford. One of those things is the internet. One of my friends told me she had heard about a new service that gives you free access to the internet, which was called free Wi-Fi. And then you could browse the internet to your heart's content. It sounded almost too good to be true. That evening when I got home, I opened up my laptop and searched for the network called free Wi-Fi. My internet browser popped up. There was a message. Welcome to free Wi-Fi. Thank you for visiting. We don't require any registration. All we ask for is some basic information about our visitors. There were 4 pictures on the page. A bus, a phone, a train, and a plane underneath. My father didn't own a car and we could never afford to go anywhere on holiday. I cycled to school, so I just chose the train at random and clicked on it. A thank you message appeared on the screen. I was delighted. This was the answer to all my problems. Now I could set up a Facebook account and keep in touch with my friends on Twitter and Instagram. The next day, however, the show was interrupted by a breaking news alert. A news reporter was saying that there had been a terrible accident. A train had derailed and come off the tracks. Just as it was crossing a bridge, several carriages plunged into the river below. That's when I remembered the website I had visited the night before. I was horrified. Would there have been a plane crash the next day? I tried to tell myself it was just a coincidence. That evening I needed to use the internet again. The same page popped up. This time the question was different. Underneath in big red sinister letters was the question. A bungalow, a 2-story house, a 3-story house, and an apartment building. My finger hovered over the mouse button. My family lives in the bungalow. I wondered it was a silly thought, but I just couldn't take that chance. A thank you message flashed on the screen. The next day, the apartment building near my school burned down. Luckily, the fire happened during the day. About 20 people perished in the blaze. I was worried it was starting to seem like more than a coincidence. No matter how crazy it seemed, the free Wi-Fi was causing these tragedies. The more I thought about it, was I just being paranoid? However, that night I began to doubt myself. Who would ever believe such a thing was possible? How could connecting to a free Wi-Fi network result in the deaths of over 100 people? I was convinced it was just an insane coincidence. My internet browser opened again. Which of these is your favorite family member? The pictures were of my mother. Underneath in big, sinister red letters was the question. There were 4 more pictures. My father, my little sister, and me.